So the writer wants to say that we have remembered all the olden things that will happen there. So now in the second, during our childhood in the Goa, the baker used to be our friend, companion, and guide. He used to come at least twice a weekday. Once when we set out in the morning on his selling round, and then again when he returned after emptying his huge basket. The jingling hood of the his bamboo woke us up from sleep, and we ran to meet and greet him. Why was it so? Was it for the love of the loaf? Not at all. The loaves were brought by some Paskin or Bastine, the maidservant of the house. That we what we longed for were those bread bangles which were we choose carefully. Sometimes it was sweet bread of the special make. So here the writer wants to say that the narrator recalls that the bakers act as their friend and companion during their childhood days in the Goa. The baker used to visit twice a day, once while he was on the ground to sell his loaves and round on the sales of his loaves, and the other time when they are returning back with his empty basket. So writer said that their bamboo stick, the boys make a bamboo stick. The we children were woke up because we are excited to meet him. Choose from the bed whatever they brought with them, especially the bread bangles of the Kanko he made specially for them. While the bangles were so for the children, loaves were for the adults that were generally collected by the maid servant of the houses. Actually, they are saying Bengal bread. It is like a dumpling. So that is the thing he wants to say that want the children when they are children, so they like that. The baker made his musical entry on the sense with the jhan jhan sound of his specially made bamboo staff. One hand supported the basket on his head, and the other bangled the bamboo of the ground. He would greet the lady of the house with a good morning and then place his basket on the vertical bamboos, which we kids would to push aside with a mild rebuke, and the loaves would be delivered to the servant. But we would not give up. We would climb a bench or a parapet and peep into the basket. Somehow, I can still recalls the typical fragrance of those loaves. Loaves for the elders and the bangles for the children. Then we did not even care to brush our teeth or wash our mouth properly. And why should we? Who would take the trouble of plucking the mango leaves from the toothbrush? And why was it necessary to all at all? The tiger never brushed the teeth. Hot tea would wash and clean the everything so nicely after all. So the writer wants to say that when the bakers come at that time, so what happened? The bakers made a musical entry with his bamboo stick. They make it a sound. They were just moving them very in the way the zun zun sound is coming from there. So his one hand is supported to the basket, and on the other hand, they have to be bangle sticks. They was just making a sound with them, and where they come to the round, they put their basket on the ground and they greet the house lady as a good morning, and then handing over their loaves to them. The parents would scold the children and make them stand aside, but as eager as they were, they would climb a bench or the wall to peep into the basket. They did not even bother to brush their teeth before having those bread spangles, because it seemed unnecessarily effort for them to pluck mango leaves from the branches to use them as a brush for their teeth. They considered brushing unnecessary because the hot tea could effortlessly wash their mouth, and they thought that animal like tiger never brush the teeth. So because this is an excuse given by the writer that he was not doing his brush at the time before the tea.